Hi everybody, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Happy Saturday. So I'm recording this on February the 4th. Of course, we've got the full moon in Leo tomorrow on the 5th of February. So for us in the UK, GMT, it's 18:28 tomorrow on the 5th of February. Okay, so we have that going on. Now, I've just actually done an astrology report that will be available on my YouTube channel. And what was interesting is seeing Lilith kind of on the tail of the moon. So Lilith is also known as Black Moon Lilith. Now, it's not conjunct by the sense of being, super close, but certainly she is there. And she's transiting through Leo, and of course the full moon will be in Leo as well. And that, to me, I felt intuitively that was saying there are wounds that are coming up to the surface for us to pay attention to, because the full moon illuminates. So Lilith is kind of coming along as a reminder to say, I'm going to show you where you maybe don't value yourself. Maybe you don't, you're not feeling worthy of something. Leo is all about being seen, that true expression of self, the lion energy. Lilith might be showing where there are still some wounds or triggers for you to heal, for you to transmute, for you to simply accept. And it will be valuable for you to check out your own natal chart to understand where your Lilith is, because that's going to indicate within your chart, within your soul's blueprint, as I like to say, it will indicate where there may be self-esteem wounds or issues from your past. And it could be your past in this lifetime or from a past life. There might be karma coming through that needs to be healed from a past life. Lilith might be showing you that. So where is Lilith in your chart? And of course, Lilith transiting through Leo is going to be heightening that energy with the full moon. And also we're in this period of change because of Uranus being in Taurus, now direct. We've got the planets direct. So there is that sense of movement forward, maybe that pressure, because we can feel that movement. And where we haven't healed or where we haven't processed things to be healed, then we're feeling that pressure because we know it's coming up to the surface. I've got to deal with it. We can't just move forward, we need to sit with it. And that's why the fixed energy at the moment, because Leo is a fixed sign and we have the moon that's going to be there as the full moon. Opposite sign is Aquarius, fixed energy. That's where the sun is. So that push-pull energy between soul's truth, soul's essence, and the emotions that are coming up to truly allow us to embrace the new, embrace the change that could be very uncomfortable. And it's fixed energy, so it's rigidness. So the planets are sort of, direct, encouraging us energetically, move forward. And if things have been coming up and we're like, there's that rigid feeling, but that pressure as well of needing to actually move forward at our own pace, but recognizing that we need to heal. That's movement forward in itself, because we're on that journey of evolution. So don't put too much pressure on yourself is what I would say, because this energy is heavy and it's going to be bringing stuff up. Where do we need to see things? Where are we not being seen? Do we need to be seen? And if so, what's holding us back? So looking at all of that, so I've done that astrology report. You'll find that on my Goddess of Neptune channel. And of course, I am now offering astrology services. So if you're keen to dive into your astrology chart, your natal chart, reach out. I can give a reading. I've got a good deal on at the moment, which is a combo package, especially as an Imbolc offering. And I've got that on my page as well. So check that out. All right. And that can be booked via my Etsy store. My website's still currently being developed, so it's all through the Etsy store at the moment. But I've got that, and I'm also offering MoonScopes. So that's something that I've been doing before as well. And it will also include a mini 3-card tarot reading as well. But it can give you an insight into the full moon and how the full moon is playing out for you on your journey, because we are all unique. We are all unique. And understanding where your planets are in your natal chart, what houses they're in, because it's different for everybody, is going to help you understand where those triggers might be coming up, where those wounds need to be healed, and what needs to be done going forward. So check out my other reading, which is the astrology reading, the astrology report. I'll pop the link below as well, and also reach out to me if you would like a personal reading or a deep dive into your astrology chart. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to jump into a general reading. And actually, before I do, I was reminded this morning, because it was very sort of relevant to the energy of the time, but also how I'm feeling about things as well, because I'm on this journey just as anyone else is. And it made me reflect on fairground rides. And you might be thinking, Kirsty, why are you talking about fairground rides? Just get on with pulling the cards. And I'm here to say that it is relevant, because what came to me was initially roller coaster. And we've heard that expression, oh, this journey is a roller coaster, up, down, because it can be, and it can be turbulent at times. We're here to have these experiences and to learn, and that's why, you know, it empowers us. It makes us better people. It helps our soul evolve, and in turn we can empower others to do the same. So it's a very, very powerful gift to have, even if at the time it feels horrendously challenging. However, roller coaster was there, but then it made me reflect on the waltzers. And I don't know if any of you have been on the waltzers, if you know what I'm talking about, but it is a fairground ride, and you're sort of in this circular seating thing, and you spin around, but all of them spin round as well. So you're spinning, but you're intertwining with other waltzers as well. And it's something that my own personal experience, because some of you familiar with it might love them, I feel horrendously sick whenever I go on the waltzers, so I don't go on them anymore, basically. But it made me reflect on cycles, because I was thinking of, you know, the circle. You sit in a circle almost, and you're spinning, but you're also spinning as part of the bigger picture. So that's your own personal cycles going on, and the bigger picture around you. So that's why it came to me. So that was my Piscean way of going around the houses and telling you about that. It just might help, because if you're feeling within you turbulent energy, resistance, push-pull energy, feeling physically sick, because often we can have these physical feelings that manifest as a result of what's going on inside, and you don't quite know how to deal with it. It could be coming up from these wounds, these emotional triggers, and that might be why, because it's emotional, it's feeling into things, and that can be uncomfortable, especially if we've been hurt in the past. If you're unlocking things relating to a past life that have been quite shocking to try and get to grips with, quite overwhelming, there could be a lot of that going on. So owning yourself and accepting yourself, there could be a lot going on with that as well, because you might have realized, I haven't been doing this for the majority of my life. I've been following the herd. I've been doing what other people want me to do. And now it's time for me to think about me. What? How can I do this? You know, and churn, because the planets are going, move forward. All that's happening with change. And we feel that pressure. So just want to say, take a moment. And I said it in my reading earlier this week when I was in Ireland. Take a moment and breathe. Ground yourself in and recognize this energy can work for us, not against us. It's how we choose to interpret it, and how we choose to look at it, and how we choose to deal with it. If we keep pushing things under the carpet that need to be accepted, to be processed, released, acknowledged, transmuted, understood even, validated from that point of view, if we keep pushing that away, we're going to keep getting reminded of it in our external reality, because it's there and it's not being dealt with. So anything like that going on, you might just need to sit with yourself and just process through that uncomfortable feeling. I know it's hard. I've been there, still going through it. So I'm sending you love and blessings for that. But it's very important to get that across, because we've got fixed energy going on with this full moon. And that's why the rigidness is like, oh my God, you know, I've got to deal with this. I'm being forced to be fixed to deal with it. And that movement forward of change is there as well. That's why the pressure might be there for you, if it resonates for you. Okay, so I'm going to do a general reading. I'll finally get on with that. Okay, there's lots of inner child stuff coming up as well. Now, I've got Mickey Mouse on my top today to embrace my inner child. I'm just putting it out there. So, got to do that every now and again. And that's something that can help us process emotions, because we're comforting ourselves, we're giving ourselves that cup of love that we are worthy of. I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale. Wow, Page of Swords just wanted to pop out there. Hi there. So, oh, and underneath that, the Ace of Wands. Wow, okay. So there could be an apology coming in that's going to offer a new beginning. That was very random. But we like that. We like new opportunities. And I don't know if many of you watching have often thought to yourself, why? You could be reflecting on that as I'm saying it and nodding and saying, yeah, every day. Often we think, why is this happening? Why is this happening? So I would encourage you, because I've had to do this, to go within. If you get any moments like that, recognize when that comes up, accept it, embrace it, you know, say thank you, that's come up. Why am I feeling this way? And we've got the answers within. Your soul will tell you. Sometimes we don't want to hear it though. So, okay, just be kind to yourself. It's all for your highest good. Your soul's not going to lead you astray. Your soul may have been, 8 of Wands, movement. Your soul has been here potentially many times before. Trust your soul. Right, let's see what we have for a general reading. I'm going to do a reading after, which will be for divine counterparts, but I'm going to keep that separate. Okay, keep the energy separate. So this is for a general reading. Okay, general reading, and I think we do one more. Thank you so much. Okay, that one flipped out straight away. 5 of Pentacles. Exactly what I was just saying. Why? Why is this happening to me? Why? We've got to change that. Why is it happening for me? 5 is also all about change. So there's your answer. Why is this happening for me? Because I've got to change. We've got the 2 of Cups here. So let's see what comes out. It doesn't have to be love when this comes out, and I am doing a separate one. However, I'm going to take it as it comes out. This is the energy. This is the message the Spirit wants to give the collective today. Okay, it's from the pure white light. These are messages for our highest good. We've got the 9 of Wands in reverse. Right, now we've got Ace of Wands in reverse. We've got the Chariot. And interestingly, the Chariot came out of another deck. And I will just grab that and show you. It's on the top of my other deck there. But here it is there. So that's Major Arcana energy. That's Cancerian energy. Oh, the Devil, Capricorn energy. Okay, let's keep going. 3 more. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. One more, thank you, for the collective. What does the collective need to know for their highest good? What does the collective need to know for their highest good? Wow, 9 of Cups. Okay, on the bottom, King of Cups in reverse. There's a need to be comfortable with one's emotions. Could also be dealing with a water sign who is not comfortable with their emotions. Underneath that, 7 of Pentacles and the Empress. Wow, okay. Oh, let's just have a look at these cards and feel into the energy here, what we have. We don't have any swords energy. The only swords card that came out was the one that flipped out before. And remember, that flipped out with the Ace of Wands in the upright, and now we've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So that to me felt like potentially a message, some kind of apology, Page of Swords, or perhaps clarity that's going to enable a new beginning, Ace of Wands. In reverse, okay, what I'm drawn to here is certainly that feeling of, why has this been happening? Why is this happening to me? Feeling left out in the cold. Why is this going on? So asking yourself why. 5, change. Change is needed. Change is needed in some kind of connection. Doesn't have to be romantic. And it could even be a connection with something. But change is needed. There's also a need to lower the guard, you know, to put your guard down. There can be a defensive energy to this, but what I also feel is resilience. So this is needing to be, or needing to own your resilience from pain that you've experienced in the past, but to not be so resilient and guarded that you can't let those divine opportunities come to you. And that's why it's now come out with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So there is clarity that wants to come in to bring this new beginning. But here we have these two, because there is a feeling of being too guarded because of pain of the past. Why is this happening to me? Pain of the past regarding somebody. I can't let my guard down, and therefore this new beginning isn't manifesting. So again, it goes back to why? Also, what I'm drawn to is the fact that this is 9 and this is Ace. So 9 and 1 is 10, and 10 of Wands is overburdened, needing to put the weight down, needing to close out a cycle. And that's what's needed in order to allow movement. And balanced movement at that, aligning the divine feminine, divine masculine within, nurturing oneself and taking the necessary action. And it's a cycle concerning somebody that perhaps hasn't been great for you, or something that hasn't been great for you. If this resonates more about a situation, a project, a job. And also what I'm drawn to with these two, look. What was I saying about the waltzers earlier? Unbelievable synchronicities. Thank you, Spirit, so much. We've also got that on the Two of Cups with the moon. Full moon coming in. Shining a light on the situation. Allowing for transformation. But needing to close out a cycle that could be concerning the past. Because what we have here is we have the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. This is movement. Knights can be messengers, and it can just indicate movement. This is movement towards stability. And it could be that somebody wants to offer you a new stable beginning. So Knight of Pentacles, although is slow, most reliable knight of the deck. And I love looking at that card. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And that pentacle is, it's massive, isn't it? That's abundance that you can get from being confident in your own security and stability as well. But there's certainly movement towards that. And that's what brings the wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups. But with the King of Cups in reverse on the bottom, there is a need to certainly get in touch with one's emotions, get comfortable. And that is the essence of what I was saying about the astrology as well, because we need to accept the wounds that are coming up. We can't push our emotions down all the time. Sometimes it's not time to deal with them, and you'll know, if this resonates for you, you'll know when is the right time and when isn't the right time. But pushing them away doesn't solve them, and it won't allow the movement forward. This is why the 9 of Wands and the Ace of Wands has come out, because that's reminding me of the 10 of Wands. It's getting to a point where you need to break free of a cycle. You need to put that weight down, that energetic weight down. You need to close out a cycle of some kind in order to allow movement, because that is the next card, and that's Major Arcana. But this involves something that has been quite difficult to perhaps close out, because this energy can be very difficult and can be toxic as well. So the cycle is there as well. So again, beautiful synchronicities. Check this out. Check that out. Why is this happening to me? Well, because of a toxic cycle that needs to close out to allow movement forward. Interesting. Let's get some oracles on it. Let's get the Moonology deck. You'll understand from what's coming up with the full moon of what may need to be released in terms of a cycle. And if it's just holding on to pain of the past, you know, it doesn't always have to be that you're with somebody at the moment and you have to let them go. It doesn't always have to be like that. You know, there's so many readings out there that kind of, you know, would make you feel that that's what has to be the case. But no, we have relationships with people, places, things. We have relationships with our own thought patterns, and they can be toxic at times, because if we're in a state of fear or lack, then that's something toxic that needs to close out. And it could be as simple as that. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh, well, that was too many, wasn't it? But look at my selenite tower just fell on the floor. Oh my goodness me. Tower, the tower. Change. Right, let's settle the energy and ground, please. What do we have from the Moonology deck? Thank you. What do we have from the Moonology deck? Thank you. Oh, okay. Full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. The answers you need are coming. Let's go for the Queen of the Moon. Queen of the Moon. What do we have, please, for the collective? What does the collective need to know from the Queen of the Moon deck for the full moon in Leo? Discernment. Yeah, and it came out in reverse. So discernment is card number, oh, wow. It's card number 10, peeps. Yeah, there we are. It's saying about a cycle closeout. Full moons are great for illumination because it illuminates the skies, we know. But also, it's great for releasing. And as I said earlier, don't put pressure on yourself to suddenly be like, gotta release this, without processing it. Because that just might add more wounds or, you know, more pain. But this is about discerning what you need to close out within your own discernment, not what other people tell you that you should. And don't resist change, because change is necessary. Okay, let's go for the wisdom of the oracle. Let's see what we have from the wisdom of the oracle, please. Okay, wisdom of the oracle. Thank you. For the collective. Milk and honey. Now, look at the rainbow here and look at the rainbow on that card. So there's a bit of a synchronicity there as well. So this could be something that, when you think of milk and honey, that's very sweet. Certainly the honey side of it is very sweet, isn't it? It's card 51. 5 and 1 is 6, if that resonates for you at all. But this is almost, they can be quite opposite as well in terms of taste. So this might be something that has been a bit sort of sickly sweet. It could be something that presented itself as something sweet but wasn't. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but the rainbow almost brings that transformative aspect that comes from closing out a cycle that doesn't serve you anymore. It's knowing when to accept the sweetness as well, because there is that sort of nice warm feeling about that as well, milk and honey. So although you wouldn't think milk and honey would go together, that's why to me they feel like opposites. There's also that element of comfort, because you might have a glass of hot milk and you might have tea with some honey in it, and that's quite comforting. So there could be that element of needing to recognize what is comforting to you, and certainly by discerning what needs to be closed out, processing pain, processing wounds, all of that that's coming up that can be uncomfortable, there is that need to be comforted as well in that, and that comes from ourselves, not from external people. That comes from ourselves, because only we know what feels right to us. Anything else from the wisdom of the oracle for the collective? Thank you. chaos and conflict. Card number 33. This is powerful because this is actually, to me, saying we can't avoid chaos and conflict. We need to accept and process, and that conflict's coming up within our emotions at the moment because of the full moon. So that full moon energy, yeah, and on the bottom, we need to recognize we're blessed in every moment. This is card 22 as well. So those are angel numbers, 33 and 22. Look them up. They might resonate for you. You might be seeing them around. But this is almost that kind of ethereal essence of being at peace with oneself and knowing that you're blessed in the present moment. At any point, we are blessed, because even through the hardship, even through those challenging times, they are blessings because they're teaching us things. And sometimes it's only from looking back that we might then appreciate that, and we can see it a bit more. As you evolve, you get to know, you get to actually recognize when it's coming up, and that's when you can accept and you learn your lessons quicker, and then you can transmute and release. And that's a sign of growth, because you've understood, you've got the wisdom from the experiences that have preceded it. So this is saying, yeah, we've got to process chaos and conflict as part of our life in this 3D reality. And it's really, we need to get comfortable with ourselves, to know our truth, understand our truth. If we're in alignment with our truth and we're closing out what doesn't serve us, we're going to move forward in alignment. We're going to receive these blessings. We're going to learn these experiences. We're going to constantly evolve and get wiser. And it's just going to be very powerful for all of us moving forward. But certainly there is something that needs to close out here. If it's a connection, if it's something related to a job or a project, if it's moving, if it's a thought pattern, however it resonates, and it may not even resonate for you. This is general, this is collective energy. It's not going to resonate for every single person. So if it's not your story, park it and just leave it for someone else. But it could be someone's story, or there could be an essence of it that is helpful for somebody. And that's my job here as a light worker, to help uplift, inspire and empower you as best I can on my journey and your journey. And bringing in the astrology as well. This is why I've launched the astrology services, to truly help you understand your soul's blueprint. And if you're interested in getting a reading, then check out my details in the description box, okay? Also tarot readings, I'm still doing tarot readings as well. So if you'd like a personal tarot reading, check in on the energy of the moment, do reach out, okay? I have some special offers on at the moment, so do feel free to reach out. I'm embracing that energy of Goddess and Saint Brigid, certainly from being in Ireland for Imbolc. So do reach out, and you know, we can share something magical together. So I'm sending you love and blessings, and wishing you well for this full moon. You've got this. Take care.